Hey, how you guys doing? So I wanted to do a quick video talking about something that really hasn't happened in Love Live before, and it coincides with this. So this is the fourth live dream, Bloom the Dream Believers. It's going to be live cons perhaps in April 2025, but it comes with an interesting announcement. So it's announced that they're going to have the characters graduate, and on top of that, they're going to have the Seiyuus who voice these characters graduate as well. So first of all, what the heck does that even mean? So of course, the characters themselves graduating, that's nothing new. Love Live does it all the time, but with the Seiyuus graduating along and with them, that's something different. And in the anime industry and just in Japan with all the Seiyuus, when they use the word graduation, it's kind of like a way of saying that they graduated from their role, that they are no longer with that character. And I guess that's some way you can put it for some characters, so sometimes that character is no longer going to be doing anything active. But I guess I don't know if that could also have in terms of replacement, but that's something they have there. I don't know, I think they try to put in a nicer term, I guess. But essentially it means like these characters are no longer going to be a thing. So I don't know, that's kind of interesting and whatnot. So anyways, it's been confirmed by Megumi's Seiyuu that this is going to be their last performance. I believe it's this live that I'm talking about. And then after that, they're done? So, you know, I guess that's what it's going to be. So of course, Hasuna Soda initially had just the 6 girls, and it became 9 girls. So as a new year passed, more girls happened, girls got another year older, but now we're at the point where if the girls got older again, they would have to graduate. Anyways, you know what, I'm just going to put a graphic together to show you a little bit of history to explain this a little bit better. So the first class that we're aware of in terms of people would be the 101st class, which has Sachi Ogami. Not a main character, but she was there before a lot of the other members that we know. She started as a freshman, and of course, she eventually was the second year for the year before the actual story starts. So that's where we introduce the members that we know of in the 102nd class. We got Kozue, Tsuziri, and Megumi. So during this term, we have Kozue, who we now know is a third year, is currently a first year. So Sachi became a second year. So this is the year before the story actually started. But interesting enough, Sachi was actually involved with these girls and was part of all the subunits we know. But that was the way it is. So of course, when we actually start the story, we're going to start it with the 103rd class, which we got introduced to Koho, Sayaka, and Urina. So this is the way the story started. We had members from the 101st class, the 102nd class, and the 103rd class. So we got Kaho as a first year, and Kozue is a second year, and Sachi was a third year. So of course, what happens is eventually, as the real life year went by, these girls went through their more or less their school year, and of course at the end there would be a graduation. And for that would be Sachi, she would move on and no longer part of the story, and everybody will again move up 1 year. So what happens? Well, now we're going to jump to where we are currently with the 104th class, where we got the new girls Ginko, Kosuzu, and Hime. This of course is not a new concept that we've experienced before, where we've seen girls go up in ages. We got to see that done with Love Live Superstar, but that's where it stopped. You know, we had Kano became first year when we start season 1, and season 2 she's the second year, and season 3 she's the third year. So in terms of the story, we've seen Kaho go from a first year to second year, and we've seen the second years go from that to a third year. But that's where it always stopped. Or granted, just that case for Love Live Superstar. So now we're at the situation where, again, we're at the end of the school year again. Now what? Of course, it's graduation. And graduation is not a new thing in terms of story. We always have that. That's the way it always ends in seasons. But it doesn't really go past that. Or rather, they don't go to the next year. And that is where this is different. What's going to happen now, right? If they're going to go up another year, what happens to the girls in the 102nd class? What happens to Kozue, Tsuziri, and Megumi? Well, they're gone, right? And that's the thing that gets a lot of people worried. Of course, there's always the speculation of who could that person be, or people that will be joining the group. Of course, there's the Seta Yanagira Lilienfield character, which is a third year in junior high, so potentially she might be joining. That could definitely be a thing. But this also entails the fact that since there are people graduating, they're gonna have to move out characters. And that didn't really feel like a Love Live thing to do, but as been confirmed, they're gonna have their last performance. So there's gonna be members that are just gone. So what's gonna happen to them? Are they just no longer part of the group? Are they, I don't know, almost kind of kicked out? Not quite, but since they, quote unquote, graduated, what is their association going to be with Love Live? Are they no longer going to have songs? Are they still showing them at games? Or are they just kind of like retired? Never did I think that Love Live would have members kind of, quote unquote, retired or graduated before Aqua has, kind of. So that's kind of really weird. I don't know how they're going to handle this. It's a very interesting situation. So I'm curious to see what you guys think about this. Yeah, so anyways, I don't know what I gotta say beyond this. It's wait and see what this actually entails. But it could mean we're just getting girls that are just gone and done, and they're going to rotate it in a new set of characters. New characters is always fun and exciting, but at the cost of losing some characters that people really like, it kind of feels a little bad. But I guess that's part of what they're trying to do, something new, and I could see some appeal of these characters. They're kind of like real life characters almost, and they go through high school just like people in Japan, and some people are literally the exact same age as these quote unquote characters, so they graduate at the same time as them. So I don't know, I could kind of see that, but it's also kind of a shame that then it shows that these girls in Love Live have a shelf life of 3 years at most. And I don't know, it kind of just rubs me in the wrong way. But I guess we'll have to see. This means more characters for sure. And I don't know, will that keep this group fresh as they continue having new girls rotate? I don't know. We'll have to see. But I guess that means potentially next year we could be talking about Kaho graduating and the other girls and so on. So, I don't know. But anyways, I'm curious to see what you guys think about this in the comments below, and how is your feelings about this. I'm sure some of you are not very familiar with this. I'm not crazy familiar with it too, but it does make me ask one important question then. If they're going to go forward with this graduation thing, does that just kill all hopes for an anime? Because they have these girls graduating, right? So does that mean they're not going to really do Love Live stuff anymore? What if they want to do lives of older songs? Well, they said this is their last live, right? So they're not going to do new songs either. So are they just going to be done associating with Love Live? Well, how are they going to do the anime then? Are they going to bring them back for that? Or not? In my mind, I feel like this kind of almost kills the idea of them ever doing anime. I guess theoretically it doesn't. I mean, they can make it if they really want to and bring these girls back. But when you make anime, you make new songs. And if they're graduating, they're not really going to make new songs, right? I mean, I guess they could. That didn't stop from use for making a new song in 2020, but this does definitely make it a little murky and a little odd. So, I don't know. It feels like this unofficially kills the idea of anime ever happening, at least in my mind. But maybe I'm wrong. And I hope I'm wrong. But I'm curious to see what you guys think about this in the comments below. But this is what it looks like it's going to potentially happen. But I guess we'll have to see. And thank you guys for watching. I'll catch you guys in another video soon.